Hello YouTube, it's Michelle here. Today I'm going to be showing you my eyeshadow collection so far of 2016. It's not a lot, it's not small, but it's just enough. It's everything I want. Mainly I'm just showing you the main big palettes that I own. And I hope you enjoy this video and leave a comment and thumbs up if you enjoy it. Subscribe for future videos and thank you so much for watching. Bye! To start off this video, I'm going to show you the compartment that I keep all my eyeshadow palettes in. I got this acrylic case at Bath and Beyond, I think, and it was like about 15 or 17 bucks, and it fits most of my eyeshadows perfectly. The only ones that it doesn't fit is this Tarte one and the Vice 4 palette. And alright, let me go through the palettes one by one. The first palette I have here is the original Tarte palette. It's an all matte eyeshadow palette. As you can see, the colors are very matte. They have, the top row is all warm tone, this is purple shades, and then this is cool tones. The only one my favorite shades in here are Natural Beauty, Best Friend, and Bombshell. I love the purple shades. It makes my eyes pop so much. So yep, this is a must-have in my collection. The next palette I have to show you is the Makeup Forever Volume 1 Artist Shadows palette. And this, this palette is an all shimmery palette. There is no matte shades in this entire palette. As you can see, there's a lot of neutrals. The top row is like all shimmery. This one's a shimmery white color, and this is also a shimmery white, but it's more like a pinkish undertone, whereas this is a pearl undertone. It has a really nice black that I barely ever use. The only colors I've really ever dipped into a lot is this one and this one. Everything else I haven't really touched, but I like to pair this palette with my Tarte lip palette because the other one's all matte and this one's all shimmer, so they go great together. The next eyeshadow palette that I keep in my eyeshadow collection is this one, and this palette came with the Tarte Bling It All holiday set of 2015. Some of the colors in here are really nice. It has 6 eyeshadows, a bronzing shade, bronzer, contour because it's matte, a maze, their full blush, and highlighter called Pink Champagne. And these colors are really nice. I just used it for the first time today, even though I've had it for months. Didn't really open it much. I only ever used the blush in here, but the eyeshadow is really good quality as well. The next palette I have is the Too Faced Natural Eyes palette, and this has a magnetic closure unlike the other palettes that I've showed you. It comes with a nice small mirror, and it has a nice range of mattes and shimmers. As you can see, the bigger shadows are for like highlighting, and what I like to do is I like to use these two, mix it for a transition color, and I love it. This is one of my favorite palettes. I really like the color Push Up and the color Silk Teddy and Heaven to highlight my brow bone. So yes, this is a must-have in my collection. Another Too Faced palette I have is the Too Faced Naked Eye. This was literally one of the first eyeshadow palettes I ever had. It's kind of really old, as you can see. My favorite colors were Pillow Talk, Like a Virgin, Satin Sheets, and Lap Dance. As you can see, I kind of put a dent in some of those, and this color is like popped out, but yep. This was one of my favorites. I haven't used it in a while because it's old, but still I like to keep it in my collection. The next palette I have is the Naked 2 Urban Decay Basics, and as you all know, this is what it looks like. It's different from the Naked One original basics because this one has more darker tones and the first original one has lighter shades. And I like to mix Prism and, let's see, Prism and Center. No, first and Cover. The next palette I have to show you is the Urban Decay Vice 4 palette. And just give a second for this packaging. And it's absolutely beautiful, but the sad part is I do not ever touch this eyeshadow palette at all. The only reason why I knew for a fact I wasn't really going to use these colors, but the only reason why I bought it is mainly for this color. And wait, before you even call me stupid or anything, look at this turquoise color. Oh my gosh. Like when I show you guys the swatches at the end, you are going to be like, oh wow, so beautiful. It really is beautiful. The shadows are so smooth. Like the colors are really pretty. I just haven't really gotten around to using this. I've gotten this for like 4 or 5 months. The only one I've really touched is this color. It's called Bitter. This color, Flame, and let's see, I've touched this one, of course, and that's about it. And probably this one. I gotta get around to using this more. Next palette is this Tarte Bling It On. It was from the 2015 holiday collection, and to be honest, it's not my favorite. I haven't really touched it much because, well, it's very bulky. There's a zipper, like, you know, it's just really hard to carry around with me, so I don't really use it a lot. And this is what the palette looks like. Hi, there's me. It came with the Lights Camera Action Tarte mascara, and then it had a brush, but I put that in my brush holder. And these are the colors. Some of my favorite colors in here is Baby It's Gold Outside, and some of these darker colors like Hot Chocolate, Cocoa What Fun, Fireside Chat, and Rum Plum Plum. They're amazing, and this gold is literally my favorite gold to use. The colors are just amazing. So yep, this is what the palette looks like. Packaging outside is absolutely beautiful. The next palette I have to show you is not really an eyeshadow palette, but it's a blush palette, and it's also by Tarte, and it's also a part of their holiday collection. Honestly, I waited last minute and it sold out everywhere, and then I decided to get it off of Amazon. So I paid extra for this palette. It retails for $44.95, I believe, but I bought it for 65 bucks on Amazon, and it's so worth it. My favorite color in this palette is Prim. I wear it every day almost, and the other colors are okay, but it's just a bit dark for now, for winter, you know, so I haven't really given them much chance. So yeah, that's what it looks like. The next palette I have is not an eyeshadow palette, but it's a contour palette, and this is my holy grail contour palette. It's the Kat Von D Shade and Light, as you can tell. It has 6 shades in here, 3 highlights and 3 contour shades, and I love these 2 contour shades, and I love these 2 for setting. So I don't really touch this one much, and I will touch this when I'm darker. So I have used almost all the shades. It's just amazing. I love it so much. It's so easy to use, and I definitely will be repurchasing this once I run out. And I just showed you that because I showed you this because it's in my everything in my eyeshadow palette bin. I'm showing you everything, even if it's not eyeshadows. And let's see, I have this palette right here, and I'm not sure what it's called. I know it's from Lancome. It's the Beauty Box palette. It came with one of those Lancome gift sets from Macy's, so I'm not sure if it's still on sale. But these are some of the colors. It comes with 2 blushes and 9 shadows. And as you can see, I really dipped into this color, and yeah, I used to really love this palette. I haven't really touched it in a while since my collection has expanded and I've been using my newer products, but this is still a really great palette. And then I have the nudes from Maybelline. I don't really touch this much. I also have the L'Oreal La Palette Nude 1. Same, I don't really touch this one. These were some of my first eyeshadow palettes and they did the job, but I just prefer high-end shadows compared to drugstore. Like, there's a big difference between high-end shadows and drugstore, that the quality just can't, from the drugstore just can't beat high-end, so I just don't even bother using it. And I have this palette. It's a Wet n Wild poster child palette, and this is what it looks like. I do not know remember why I bought this. I don't really use it. I've used the black a lot. I've used the blue sometimes, and that's about it. It's just great for having, like, just in case I need that pop of color in my eye. And the last palette I have in my collection is this Conceal and Correct palette from Hard Candy. I've dipped into the first 3 shades, the yellow, the green, and the purple, and it really helps to conceal my dark under eyes. But I don't really like to use this much because I don't like the consistency of it. It's a very sticky formula, and it feels like there's clay on my face. I just don't like it. And sometimes the green peeks out from under my concealer and it just doesn't look nice. So yeah, I just have it to have it. And last but not least, I'm gonna show you my 2 single eyeshadows I own. I don't really own a lot. These 2 I got in a Sephora kit. This one is called this is a NARS Dual Intensity eyeshadow in the color Himalaya. So yeah, it's just a pretty gold color. And this right here is the Urban Decay color Lounge, and this was a really popular and hyped up color because it's green and burgundy depending on how the color, like, the light hits it. So yeah, that is all for my eyeshadow palettes. This is all of it. Now it's a huge mess. But yeah, if I could have picked just one out of all my eye palettes, it would be the 2 chocolate bar palettes. So yeah,